The night the music died, Liberals lose grip on Toronto St. Paul's. Conservatives snatch victory from an unshakable Liberal grasp. Don Stewart became the unexpected hero of the night. In politics, a win is a win.
They say all politics is local, but sometimes a local race becomes a national referendum. Toronto St. Paul's, a microcosm of Canada. When the Liberals lost there, it sent tremors. Was Canada, after years of Trudeau, yearning for change? Oh yeah.
Sure, every election has its local flavour. Potholes matter, garbage collection matters. But in Toronto St. Paul's, something bigger was brewing. The cost of living, a national crisis, was felt acutely. Housing affordability, or the lack thereof, was a constant stressor. And let's not forget the elephant in the room, or rather the moose on the loose climate change. These weren't just Toronto's problems, they were Canada's. And the by-election results? They were starting to look a lot like a report card on how Trudeau was handling them.
They say defeat is an orphan. Trudeau felt that solitude keenly after the by-election. Once the golden boy, now facing a new reality. The shine had worn off. Section 5. Whispers in the Halls of Power. What are Trudeau's inner circle saying? In the corridors of Canadian power, the atmosphere is thick with speculation and anticipation. Every political leader has their trusted advisors, the ones who tell them what they need to hear, even when it's not what they want to hear. After the Toronto St. Paul's upset, one can only imagine the hushed conversations and urgent meetings. Were there calls for a course correction? A change in direction? The stakes are high, and the pressure is immense. Trudeau had some big decisions to make, and fast. The future of his leadership and the direction of the party hung in the balance.
Could Trudeau risk it all? The gamble of a snap election, in the high-stakes game of politics, sometimes the only way to win is to flip the table. Could a snap election be Trudeau's power move? It's a gamble, a roll of the dice that could either solidify power or lead to a spectacular fall from grace. On the one hand, it could be seen as a bold move, a sign of confidence. On the other hand, it could reek of desperation, a last-ditch effort to cling to power. Would Canadians reward such a move or punish Trudeau for perceived arrogance? Only time will tell.
Politics is often compared to a marathon, not a sprint. Could Trudeau, despite setbacks, choose to stay the course and fight another day?
The opposition's chorus, a symphony of I told you so. Pierre Poilievre seized the opportunity to paint the by-election as a referendum on Trudeau. Canadians were tired of rising costs and broken promises. He offered himself as the agent of change.
The Canadian people's jury, reading the tea leaves of public opinion. The verdict on Trudeau was still out. Social media was a cacophony of opinions. Pundits dissected every poll. Was there a widespread desire for change? The truth was likely in the messy middle. Canadians had a range of concerns. Only time would tell.
The road ahead. Trudeau's crossroads of choice. The Toronto St. Paul's by-election threw a wrench into the Canadian political machine, questioning the stability and direction of the current leadership. It was a wake-up call, a symbol of growing discontent. Headlines screamed of a political shift, and leaders' worried faces reflected uncertainty. Justin Trudeau stood at a crossroads, contemplating monumental decisions. He could see this defeat as a chance to reset, learn, and re-engage with Canadians. Or he could ignore the warning signs and risk being swept away by political unrest. His choices would shape Canada's future, impacting policies, international relations, and Canadians' lives.